Hi everybody, welcome to this short series from icebath.com. We're going to be doing a few videos on how to select a location for your ice bath, how to fill the ice bath up and get it operating, and also how to perform any maintenance. So in this short video series, we'll be guiding you step by step how to get your ice bath from delivery to operation. This video is about selecting a good location for your ice bath, and we're going to talk about all the different things that you need to consider to decide basically where to put the ice bath. So today we're installing this ice bath in this villa. It's outdoors, so we don't need to take airflow into consideration. But if you are going to install the ice bath indoors, this is the side of the chilling machine that basically pushes out the hot air. You need to make sure if you are putting the ice bath indoors, the space here is at least 20 centimeters from the internal wall. That way the chiller has enough ventilation and airflow to make sure it's operating efficiently. If you don't have the space inside your villa or inside the internal room, we can install this like an AC unit, provided it's at least less than 5 meters away, and you can actually install the ice bath chilling machine in a different room of the house. So yeah, watch out for that on a future video, but that's first thing to take into consideration is the airflow. No need to take this into consideration outdoors, but indoors, please bear in mind the 20 centimeter requirement here. So the next thing you need to take into consideration is electric supply. The ice bath chilling machine comes with a 3-meter long cable. So ideally, your ice bath is within 3 meters of an electric socket. In this particular video, we've actually run a temporary cable because we're outdoors and a long way from an electric socket. So that's completely okay. We recommend just using a qualified electrician to run the temporary cable. The next thing to consider is the fact that the ice bath runs on 1.2 kilowatt or 1,200 watts. So make sure that your property has enough spare capacity to ensure that the ice bath is running. There's enough capacity for the actual use of the ice bath. And again, our chilling machine is 220 volt. Here in Bali, the electric supply, the voltage is sometimes up and down. And very often we install with a stabilizer. But if you're in another country, Australia, where the voltage supply is very stable, there's no need to do that. Check before you install how stable the voltage supply is. And if it is not stable, we install recommending with a voltage stabilizer that can be purchased from anywhere. Next thing to take into consideration is water supply. So because this is a closed system, we require that the ice bath be filled up from the top inside the barrel. It's not permanently plumbed in. So we need to have an adequate water supply close by. In this video, we're going to be using a hose, which is just out of shot over here. So if you are installing this outside, you can either buy an extra long hose if your current hose doesn't reach, or if it's indoors, you can work something where you can get a hose from a close by water source, like a shower or a tap. It's also no problem. And we just need to make sure that there's easy enough access for the hose to go inside of the ice bath. I got a hose here running. As a good guide, you should be filling the water up between about 15 to 20 centimeters from the very top. This is dependent on how big you are. Obviously, if you're a bigger person, make it 20 centimeters. If you're a little bit smaller, you can make it 15, and you can figure this out over time. Feel free to put your own marker on there so the ice bath is fully submerged. But a good gauge is basically using the space between your thumb and finger and putting it from the very top. And this roughly is between 15 and 20 centimeters. And then when you're emptying the ice bath, the last consideration to take into account is drainage. Okay, so to drain the ice bath, we will show at the back of here, it's all drained from the back of this stainless steel pipe here. We need to make sure that wherever you're installing the ice bath, there's good enough drainage. So if it's indoors, we can direct the supply of the water to go into a drain. But we'll show this on a future video. But yeah, these are 4 things to take into consideration when selecting a location for your ice bath.